What's happening, fam? L.A.R. moving, still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail. Stop sending people to people's house, to people's home. Travis Rudolph. A few days ago, got arrested for quote unquote first degree murder. Come to find out, um, basically he got into, it says a fight, but I'm guessing it's an argument with his girlfriend. She goes, I guess, home to her family's home, and then for so basically she winds up sending, or guys take it up on their own. So these four cats go to his house to talk to him. Wind up getting to a fight with him. So in my opinion, they went to his house and jumped him, right? So the fight breaks out. He gets a rifle. He shoots at him. He kills one of the guys. Um, Guys, they get in the car. He runs them off. One of the guys dies in the passenger seat. He walks back in the house. Subsequently, get arrested. Now, at first it was first degree murder. Now a witness is like, no, that's self defense. So I think some of it is on camera. And the reason why I say I'm guessing he got into an argument with his girlfriend is because if it was an assault, they would have actually put a domestic abuse charge with it that would have solidified this or whatever. To say, okay, he beat this woman up and then they came to fight for her honor type of thing. But that's not what happened. That's not how it comes off. Now, I'm gonna get personal with this in a minute, but this idea that the black women are unprotected thing, they're not gonna hold this young lady responsible for whatever, because nobody even knows what the argument with him and the girlfriend was about. So they get into an argument. She goes home, and now it looks like you sent the goons out, right? So when you say you unprotected, I don't know how, because stuff like this can happen. Um, now, like I said, I'm about to get personal. So a year ago, my cousin died, and this is what I mean by holding people responsible. And this is, we repping for him, right? But so he had a girlfriend who was a hothead, and he was working. He's a producer. He was working on some music with a guy in the studio. She's calling, arguing, blowing up the phone, basically. He's arguing. So, somehow the guy winds up just dropping him off at her house because whatever's going on is like so urgent that it's like, all right, let's just go. So he winds up going. The guy was like, is this gonna be okay? Because from my understanding, she comes out the house on one. Subsequently, we get into an argument. Subsequently, she gets her gun. And then she's trying to get him out of the house, and she shoots him in the neck, and he dies by the front door. Now there's two other people in the house, like her kid and her boyfriend or something like that. And then they're trying to say, okay, well, it was self-defense. But when you look at the ladies, but she has no markings. It's like he never touched her. So come to find out, I get into an argument. He kicked the door, basically. He kicked the door, and when he kicked the door, she got mad and it went left. And because of the kick the door part, basically, or because they've gotten into so many arguments, and he basically cussed out in a voicemail on a different occasion, they used that voicemail for cussing her out as justification to her shooting him. And I had told my family what was going on. It seems like the prosecutor was like, she's a woman, I'm a woman, I'm not gonna let a woman, blah blah blah. Problem being with this particular lady, a few weeks prior, Like I said, she's a hothead. She hit my cousin upside the head with a bottle. You know, he's not the aggressive type, anyways. But so he doesn't respond like that. But this woman also pulled a gun out on some chicks. You know, he told them that she'll shoot them too. So she's a hothead. But and they knew all of those things but when it came to her, those things didn't come into play. I'm tying it into this to the Travis Rudolph thing to say no, that family is not going to take a good look at what was the argument about? What did you say to your other family members that caused them to run off to fight this man because they ran to his house? So it wasn't like it was going to be a conversation. You got 4 people getting in the car. That don't seem like a conversation. That seemed like, we jumping this fool. And now he's in jail and one guy is dead. And the next time this young lady gets in a relationship with a guy, y'all just gonna let it slide. Like, oh, okay, you know she a little feisty. Okay, a little feisty, huh? Sometimes you have women like this that just nobody ever talks to again. Like, I know who you are. I ain't messing with you, but depends on how she looks or whatever, right? So, ultimately, when you send people to somebody's house, it puts them in a position where, they have to quote unquote defend themselves. Even with my younger cousin, it wasn't really, he lived there, but, so I was like, and the young lady was like, I don't know him. That was the other part. She tried to cover her tracks to the point where she said I ain't know him like that. I was like, y'all been together for years, and now that you killed this man, and now you don't know him like that. Okay. But what winds up happening is we don't take the beginning into consideration when you involve a woman, and we need to. So that's all I'm saying with that. Like, share, subscribe, but I'll try and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.